Practice for 7-7. All right, I'm going to go a little bit quicker through these than I did on the lesson because really you're just trying to practice it, match up what I've got with what you've got. So I'm going to define two new functions. We used the same f and g function throughout all the lesson. What you're going to find in the book and, of course, real life is you'll get new functions all the time. You don't have to work with different functions. So they'll define a couple functions for you to use, and they'll tell you to do something with them. So we've got these two new functions here. In case it's hard to see, f of x equals x squared minus 7, g of x equals 3x cubed. Okay? I'm supposed to find, first of all, f of g of x. All right, so I know that g of x is 3x squared. So that's going to get substituted right away. All right, so 3x, instead of g of x, write 3x cubed, put it in there. All right. Now I'm finding f of 3x cubed. Okay. Well, I knew that f of x was x squared minus 7, so that means instead of x squared, I have a 3x cubed. That gets squared, and then we subtract 7 from it. Okay. So whatever was in parentheses here goes in parentheses over there. All right, so f of 3x cubed, well, we got to square this stuff. So 9x to the 6th minus 7, and that's as far as we can take it. That's done. Okay. Slide over, and let's try g of f of x. You're going to find a lot of the homework problems make you do f of g and then g of f. They kind of go back and forth. All right, well, I know from the beginning that f of x is x squared minus 7. So over here where I have f of x, let's just get rid of it and put x squared minus 7 in its place. All right, well, that means I've got g of x squared minus 7 now. Okay, well, what do I know about g? I know that it's 3x cubed, so it's 3, and then this stuff here gets cubed. So put x squared minus 7 in the parentheses, and we want to cube it out. And I just realized how difficult that's going to be, so if you get something that bad, I think we could probably leave it right there on the homework. You're not going to get anything that bad. I just made it up off the top of my head. So anyway, that's the idea. The main thing is you understand the substitution process. Okay. Let's try one that has a number to plug in. Okay. So again, two new functions. You get f of x is 2x squared minus 3. G of x is 3x minus 4. We're supposed to find f of g of negative 2. Well, since you have an actual number to plug in, somewhere off to the side, we probably should figure out what g of negative 2 is. That's the innermost parenthesis, so first thing we're going to want to deal with. Well, g of x is 3x minus 4, so I'm going to want to take that negative 2 and plug it in here. Okay. Try to put that on the screen for you. So g of negative 2 equals 3 times negative 2 minus 4. So g of negative 2 is negative 6 minus 4. So in the end, g of negative 2 is negative 10. Okay. Now that I know that, I'm going to do substitution. I'm going to take this g of negative 2 and put that in its place. So instead of g of negative 2, I want to replace it with f of negative 10. Okay. Well, what do we know about f? We know f of x is 2x squared minus 3. You don't have to rewrite it, but I'm going to do that just to kind of help you see how this works. If I'm finding f of negative 10, well, then that means negative 10 replaces x both places here. So I'm finding f of negative 10. Negative 10 replaced x, so 2 times negative 10 now squared minus 3. And just work it out. So f of negative 10 is, you got to do squared first. So negative 10 squared is 100. So twice 100 minus 3, which is 200 minus 3, which is 197. So f of negative 10 is 197. And that's your final answer.